Watch Dogs 2, people, it's almost here. It's that time of the year where Watch Dogs 2 is nearly in our hands. Can you feel it? Can you sense it? I can. And by all accounts, it looks like Watch Dogs 2 is gonna take the franchise to some super cool places.
Hack every day. Watch Dogs 2.
Now, with all the new features and gadgets, some of you may be looking to dip your paws into the world of Watch Dogs for the very first time with the sequel. It's got a 2 in the end, it's a sequel if you haven't played the first one. So, there might be some things that you've missed that you'll need to know to maximize on story depth. But don't worry, I got you covered. Before I tell you everything you need to know about the story so far, I'd like to send a huge shout out and thank you to my kick-ass video sponsor, Megarom. They sponsor this video. They're bringing this Watch Dogs freshness to your faces, so big ups to them, and they're bringing Watch Dogs to the country. Thank you very much, we really appreciate it. Right, so picture this. You and I are around a fire we've built in a wood. It's a starry night, and the time is ripe for a good old campfire story. Tell me more about the legend of infamous hacker Aiden Pierce. I sigh. Are you sure you're ready? You look me dead in the eye and nod knowingly. Fine, I say. Here it goes. The story so far. Set in Chicago, Watch Dogs started with the backstory that a hacker was behind the real-life Northeast blackout of 2003. In response, a technology company named Bloom Corporation then developed CTOS, or Central Operating System, which connected everything and everyone, including security cameras and traffic lights. In hindsight, that doesn't seem like the best thing to do tactically. Like, if someone's already gone to town with hacker skills, why would you put everything on one operating system? Like, oh hey, let's make that hacking thing a little way easier. Well, as effective as that was or it wasn't, you can assume that the Bloom guys are our resident bad guys. And the main reason is because they've got the word corporation in their name in a video game about hackers. But a little bit more about that later. Let me first introduce you to the game's protagonist, Aiden Pierce. We met Aiden when he was knee-deep in an attempted bank heist at a fancy hotel. During the hacking vibes, Aiden and his BFF, Damian Brinks, find a weird file, and when they try trace it, they realize another hacker's been there before. When they try find this hacker, they also give their position away. Aiden gets spooked and reckons it's probably a good idea to skip town for a while and lay low with his family. But yikes, their journey is stopped as some bad guys intercept their path and knock Aiden out, also eventually killing Aiden's niece. So not cool. But from the ashes of fictional murdered family members have risen generations of vigilantes, and Aiden Pierce is no different. A year after his life went to poop, we return to Aiden's story, only he's now called the Fox, or the Vigilante. Real subtle there, Ubisoft. Apart from doing cool hacking vigilante things, Aiden's been busy trying to track his niece's killer down, and so he does. Aiden interrogates the hitman but doesn't get much in the way of real information, and he leaves not knowing who sent out the hit or exactly why. Now, remember Damien from the hack at the hotel? Aiden's BFF? Well, he finds Aiden for the first time since that night and asks Aiden for help in finding whichever hacker had left that strange file that just about ruined everything. Aiden says he'd rather not, and then Damien shows his true colors by kidnapping Aiden's sister, who, as some of you might have put together, already had way more than enough to deal with. Nice friend, right? So this is the part of the story where DedSec comes in, the hacking group at the forefront of all the action in Watch Dogs 2. Aiden meets Clara Lyle, a member of DedSec, and enlists her help in finding this random hacker and ultimately saving his sister's life. They find out that this hacker is a former soldier and a creepy gang leader named Delford Iraq Wade. I guess nicknames aren't one of the game's strong points. After doing some intense hashtag hacking, Aiden and Clara come to know that Delford has some dirt on almost everyone in the city. The fact that there was dirt to find leaves me somewhat apprehensive about ever visiting Chicago. Anyway, Delford uses this dirt to make sure him and his gang are more or less untouchable. Like, hey, you stopped serving breakfast at 11? I guess everyone's gotta know you're actually a hamburger in a human costume. Because that would probably be me. Don't find dirt on me online. After even more hashtag hacking, the Aiden and Clara duo find some encrypted code that they don't get, so Clara recommends that Aiden visit another hacker she knows, Raymond T-Bone Kenny. Ubisoft. Now, T-Bone might not sound like the name you give someone serious about literally anything, but plot twist, it was T-Bone who caused the blackout in 2003. Hashtag serious hacker alert 2016. After Aiden does a bunch of stuff for him, T-Bone agrees to decrypt the data. Aiden then returns to Delford's cool server room where him and Clara first got the files for hashtag hacking to retrieve the required data. But alas, Delford confronts him and things get really ugly. Aiden gets Delford to 0 health and manages to escape. While he's sifting through the acquired info, another hacker named JB Default Markovics finds his way into their system and deletes the important files. Aiden is having a really bad year. To make matters worse, this default dude reveals some files that show that Clara helped to locate Aiden and Damien around the time of their attempted heist, and that it was this that led Aiden's niece to being killed. Talk about being around the wrong crowd. Does Aiden have any friends that don't intend on helping to kill or kidnap his family? Hashtag just saying, dude, your vibe attracts your tribe. No one ever told you that. So the big fallout of the above is that Aiden went through a whole lot to end up not having the right information for Damien, who, as you'll recall, is currently holding his sister hostage. Right, so when Aiden tells Damien that, things don't go as well as you can imagine. Pissed, Damien tells everyone who Aiden is and about all the epic vigilante things that he's been up to, but it's not all bad because later Aiden and T-Bone managed to get the data again after taking Default down. Plus, Aiden found out where his sister was being kept and freed her, so that's pretty cool. Something. Point in Aiden's corner. Back to this data that everybody wants so bad. After sifting through it, T-Bone finds out who it was that ordered the hit on Aiden. Dermot Lucky Quinn. Not a great guy. In fact, Dermot is a mobster and a human trafficker. Oh, and the owner of that hotel that Damien and Aiden were using to hack from way back when this all started. Which gives us a hint as to why Dermot would be that mad at Aiden, but we don't know everything yet. That's revealed after Aiden traces Dermot and shuts off his pacemaker, making for a unique and rather disturbing way to end someone's life. That was the easiest boss fight you'll ever have. Before he dies, Quinn tells Aiden he sent the hit out because he thought Aiden was searching for a blackmail video he has of Chicago's mayor, Donovan Rushmore. In the video, Rushmore accidentally killed his secretary after she threatened to take the mayor's business relationship with Quinn public. Now, Aiden needs to do a couple of things. One, he needs to save Clara, who is ambushed by mobsters. That done, Aiden starts looking for Damien, who is so not his best friend anymore. Aiden finds Damien by uploading a virus to the CTOS, which Damien had hacked and was using to operate around the city. After causing another blackout, so sorry Chicago, Aiden finds Damien and gives him a stern talking to, and when I say that, I mean death. He gives him death. Finally, Aiden uploads the video of Mayor Rushmore, prompting his suicide. Bro, you shouldn't have killed your secretary. Aiden then accepts that he's just a badass and there's no two ways about it, setting up the scene for Watch Dogs 2. Two major non-Aiden things happen next. One, Bloom Corp announced they're going national, and two, DedSec say they're coming out of the shadows and are ready to take Bloom Corp down for the injustices of the CTOS. Wow, that was long but exciting, right? I'm excited to see where they take Watch Dogs 2. We got a really cool new protagonist, Marcus Holloway, no longer Aiden Pierce. Marcus is our boy. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already for regular gaming content. I want you to comment below. What do you guys think of the new Watch Dogs 2? Have you pre-ordered it? Are you interested in it? Are they taking Watch Dogs 2 in a really powerful new direction? Is it going to be better than the first Watch Dogs? Let me know in the comments below. If you played the first Watch Dogs, let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video. High five a stranger. Cheers.